Hi, welcome back to EST Online. Today we're looking at a technique, the simple and correct way to exchange a business card in English. Now, we've all been in that situation. You meet somebody for the first time in Japan and we exchange business cards. I really like this process. Exchanging business cards first, it's safe. I get to know the person's name. I don't need to remember. I get to know their company. I don't need to remember. I get to know their job title. I don't need to remember. So the Japanese way is very efficient in helping us remember the key information. However, in many cases, when you're doing business overseas, we might not exchange business cards at the start of the relationship, especially if it's a meeting at a conference or an event, not an organized meeting. The reason for doing this is clear. When you meet somebody for the first time, how do you know that you're going to like them? How do you know that you're going to want to give them your contact details? Remember, giving them your business card is kind of like giving them access to you. It's giving them an opportunity to email you, to call you, to get in touch with you. Probably has the address of your office on the card as well. So firstly, there's a cultural understanding. When we exchange business cards, it's an indicator that this is a good relationship, that we can see a future in the relationship. So now let's talk about how do you share the business card? Well, when you take it out of your pocket, you can make sure you don't need to use two hands, you can give it with just one hand. You can hand it over like this, and you can say, oh, before I go, let me give you a card. Before I go, let me give you a card, and take it out and you can hand it with one hand. Why do we use one hand? Well, if I use one hand, it keeps my other hand free for pointing at relevant information. So whenever I give a business card to somebody, I try to sneak and get a little extra persuasion into that because I don't want them to forget me. So when I hand my business card, I might say, here's my card. Here's my email address, and then I might read it out. Nick at da-da-da-da-da. So I might read it out carefully so that the person can remember it a little more easily. And then I might push them and say, you can contact me anytime. Here's my phone number. This is my mobile phone. This is my landline. And this is a Japanese number, so you need 81. So I'm adding extra value to the process for two reasons. Number one, to help the listener actually internalize that information, and number two, to get in their brain, to get in their memory a little bit more so they don't forget me. So one more time, watch this. It's the end of the conversation, and I'm going to say, oh, it was great talking to you, but before I go, let me give you a card. Here's my card. Here's my email address, nick@englishstudiotokyo.com. You can email me at any time. Oh, and here's my two phone numbers. This is my mobile. This is my landline. Notice they're Japanese numbers, so you need an 81. Here you are. Thanks so much, and I hope to speak to you soon. Some kind of positive message. So when exchanging a business card, simply use one hand and use your other hand to point to the relevant information and help the listener understand how they should use it, and give them a little push to get in touch with you. That's how you exchange a business card in English. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you next time. Bye.